Chi-Town, stand up. Welcome to the Benchwarmers Podcast. It's your boy Bishop. Tonight I'm here with Pops and I'm with Jason, Mr. Sit Your Ass Down himself. Listen, the Bears handled business this weekend at Soldier Field, knocking off the Saints 26-14. That's 4 straight wins and a whole lot of momentum on the lakefront. So we're going to hop right into this thing. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. The Benchwarmers is coming right at you. All right, then the intro will play, and then we'll hop on in here. All right, so fellas, what's happening? What's going on? Wait a minute, y'all muted. Hold on. Right, y'all was looking like an old Chinese movie. All right, there we go, fellas. What's happening?
All is good in Chi-Town.
Bench
Yes,
warmer.
sir. Hey, 4 straight. We are on a straight. We can really call it a streak now. It's feeling good. Everything is good. But before we jump into this, let's go ahead and do it like we usually do about this time. We're going to go ahead and get these shots rolling. Pop, what you got?
I have Elijah Craig.
Pop on that Elijah Craig. Jay, what you got?
Uncle Nearest, 1856.
Yes, sir. And I've got the good old Jim Beam. So listen, y'all, let's go ahead and knock this out, and then we're going to jump into these Bears. Salute.
Salud.
Listen, Benchmob, at home, if y'all taking a shot with us, go ahead and take a video and go ahead and post it. Let us see you take a shot with us. So, fellas, we are on a roll here, guys. We got 4 straight wins. Things are starting to settle in. Guys are looking good. We're looking good on, dare I say, on all phases of the football field. And so let's talk about this offense first. Here's the script: run the game, get some clock control, protect the ball. DeAndre Swift turned Soldier Field into a straight track meet. He was running all over the place, and Cal Monangai, the rookie, he is looking good to me. Caleb Williams managed it real clean, 172 yards, didn't force the ball at all this week, I didn't think. And he let the ground game go ahead and do what they do. So what y'all think about this offense this week?
Well, I thought the offense was great, except for Caleb Williams.
Okay.
Caleb held the ball too long on several occasions. His accuracy is concerning. And he threw an easy pick, which is something that he doesn't generally do. Putting him to the side, the rest of the offense I thought looked great. The blocking, both run blocking and pass blocking, was pretty good, was very good. The running game, I've always said, if you make the holes, I can run through the line. And Monangai and Swift continue to demonstrate that they are NFL running backs. The receivers did, what they do. We've got one of the best receiving corps in the league. They're giving Caleb time. He's just got to find a little way to be a little bit more accurate and to quit going for the hero plays on every down.
Yeah. I definitely second that. I saw a lot of him hanging on to the ball and looking for the deep guy when he could have basically just hit the under routes and just dink and dunk and get the ball down the field. Those plays will open up if you give it time, but he wants it ASAP, and it's not going to happen like that. You got to suck the defensive backs and the linebackers in order for those guys to get open, and then you hit the home run. But you don't need to hit that every play. You don't need to hit the home run.
Well, I think we're very lucky we played New Orleans, which may be the worst team in the NFL, if not very close to it. We should have beat them. We should have beat them by worse than we did.
Yes.
But thank God we played New Orleans, and because of that, we got another win.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. I was really looking for the Bears to come out and be dominant this game. I wanted to see a Bears team come out and just obliterate a bad team.
Right.
A team that really just can't get it going. But they were able to get it going on the against the Bears. There was a little concern, toward the end of the game that that the Bears was going to find a way to lose this game, but again, they held on to the win. And so, Pop, you talk about identity a lot with this team and what's going on with the identity and the culture of the team. Do you see that identity and culture gelling, or are they still a long ways away from it?
Well, I think the answer is yes on both counts. I do see them gelling, and yes, I think they're a long way away from getting there. But they are moving their culture forward every week.
Mhm.
No perfect games, but finding a way to win. And I am satisfied with the progression. Now, being a human being, I wish it was faster. I wish it was more dominant. I wish it was more apparent. But clearly, this is going to take some time.
Yeah. Yeah. So Jay, do this for me. Give me a grade on what you're thinking as far as Caleb Williams and his progression. And as far as his backfield, we've been having a hard time running the ball, but it's like the last couple of weeks we've been trying to turn that thing around. So what you thinking on those two fronts?
Well, what I'm thinking is that when we played Dallas, man, that was a much better team, and we put it on them. I mean, that's a much better team. We put it on them. It seems like the teams that we should put it on, we're just basically squeaking out wins. And I mean, there are pluses on the offense. I mean, the receivers, the running backs, but Caleb's got to make that next step because he's the key piece. As far as the running backs, I don't think we have a problem running backs. I don't think we have a problem with the offensive line anymore. I think it's the problem is Caleb is that, and he's not really a problem. He's just not progressing as fast as we'd like to see.
Yeah.
And that becomes a problem for us.
You know, I think that if you look around the NFL, Caleb is doing as well, if not better, than most second-year quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Is he playing like Jared Goff or a more seasoned quarterback? At times. But look, man, we are in for a ride. You put on your seatbelt. There's going to be some ups and downs.
Right.
Yeah, and so now one person that we continue to talk about every week is Roshan. Is him not playing? Is that an indication of one, we've got just too much and there's no room for him? Or two, are we looking to get rid of him to do something else? I just still find it really strange that man ain't touching the rock much.
Yeah, he got one. I saw one run that he got Sunday, and it was for like 10 or 12 yards.
Yeah,
it was a great run, and then we didn't see him anymore. So I really don't know exactly what is happening, but clearly the Bears favor Monangai over him.
That's what I was going to say. Monangai seems to be the second back, part of the two-headed horse right there. So I think they're just going with the stronger back at this point.
Yeah, and I think with the Monangai Swift combo, I mean, I think we got that situation that we need. Somebody that can get outside, somebody that can get out into the flat, hit the holes outside of the tackle and Swift. And then we got Monangai that's not scared to just throw his head down and run through the middle of the line. And so, I'm thinking that's just slowly edging Roshan out. Now, Roshan could be a somebody's running back anywhere. So I'm starting to think, as a trade deadline gets a little closer, that maybe they're about to use him as a piece and go out and get something. I hope so. We'll see.
Well, that would be nice if they could do it. The trade deadline is coming up. The problem at running back is running backs are a dime a dozen in the NFL in this era.
Yeah.
It is not hard to get a productive running back. And so I just don't know how much value a guy who never plays, how much value he'll have around the NFL.
Yeah.
And I think it looks good to have him back there, just to have that reassurance. You got a third piece just in case you need it. Work him into the offense, work him in on some plays. But right now, they're still trying to figure out that offense. So it's going to take some time to get everybody hitting on all cylinders. So if we give them a little bit of time, we're at, what are we, week 7? coming up on week 7. Give them
You
a
get
little
it?
bit of time, and
Yeah.
then I think it'll work out. It's just time.
We've got enough pieces to really start kind of running a pistol type of offense, where we can do some direct snaps directly to some halfbacks, see what that can do. We saw the flea flicker a few weeks ago. I think we've got enough in our package to run some more things like that. So, I'm not upset about it. I would just like to see him playing a little bit more. So wrapping up on the offense, going forward, Pop, what's one takeaway that this offense needs to that you have that this offense needs to work on to really just solidify them as a great offense in the NFL?
Well, Caleb has got to become more accurate. We leave so many yards on the field every Sunday because Caleb is missing his receivers. And I think he is a great talent. I think he will develop. I'm not worried about him, but it's just not happening right now. But if there is one thing I could change about the Bears offense, it wouldn't be Caleb. It would be Ben Johnson going for it on 4th and 5. He's got to stop that, man. He's leaving points on the board every week.
Yeah.
If, he did it again and we got stopped, luckily it was a penalty, and so they forced him to go for the field goal. But you got to cut it out, man.
Yeah, we can't continue to go for it on 4th and 5. Certain teams you just can't go for it on. And I think also our offensive line is not strong enough yet or gels enough yet that we can hold somebody on 4th and 5 and make those yards. So it's something that we'll have to address and something that Ben should address soon.
Yeah, because we got the legs now to do it. Obviously, we got Kairos on there, and then Jake Moody is really showing himself to be a solid kicker. Went 4 for 4 this week. I mean, he hasn't missed yet except for one block last week, and so I mean we've got the legs. I mean, can I can I salute Ben and say, you know what, hey, he believes in his team and he believes in his offense and he's going to go for it because he believes that his offense can win. Yeah, that's one part of it, but the other part, like Pop said, we're leaving points on the board, and leaving easy points on the board. So, and when we play a real team, we're gonna need every one of those points. We're not gonna be able to afford to leave 1 point on the board. So, like Pop said, I hope he gets that together. Jay, what's your takeaway? What's one thing this offense got to do to solidify them as a solid NFL offense?
Take what's given to them. The under routes, if they're there, throw it to the under route. Keep the chains moving. Not every play is going to be a home run. Keep the plays going. Keep the drives going. And that all depends on Caleb. Look at the guys up underneath. If they're open, throw it to them. That means that you got 4 more downs. So he's going to need to take what's given to him and stop trying to play Superman and run around the field and then heave it down the field like he did last time into double coverage and almost an interception. You don't need that.
Yeah.
And what about the first play of the game where he throws this quick out and the lineman almost intercepts the ball?
Chase Young was right there, and that was almost indicative on the same way that old boy for the Raiders was on him. What's his name?
Hutchinson or
no? That was the white dude. He hurt now too.
Yeah.
I wish he was hurt when we played him.
Anyway, he played the same kind of style football as Chase Young, and it was 2 plays going that way and damn near interception. So we definitely got to get better than that.
Yeah.
And so, Marcus, you said something about, is it Ben believing in his team, which makes him go for it on 4th down? The answer to that in any scientific calculation would have to be that's not the reason. His team has given him no reason to believe that they're going to make it. They've only made it 2 out of 7 times. Yeah. So I think it's Ben.
Yes.
That this is what he wants to do, and come hell or high water, he's going to do it until he decides he's not.
Well,
or it starts to work.
Listen here, I'm gonna just tell y'all like this. I don't like it either. But if it's having W's, I take it. As a matter of fact, Marlon sent us a little article that really led to saying that Ben was actually helping the Bears win by going for it in these situations. And I'll post it on the Facebook group. Let everybody read it and see what you think about that. But again, I'm old school. I'm like that even when I play Madden. You know, a lot of guys now, you know, Madden 4th and 50, they going for it. I'm kicking the field goal. That's just what I do. You know, I'm back in the 70s, 80s with it. Take the points when you get it, when you can. Again, like Jason said, not home run plays every time. You know, in baseball, if you can bat 300 in baseball, which is 30%, you're a multimillionaire. You're gonna go into the Hall of Fame. So everything doesn't have to be a home run. Get 30% of these plays to work the way that they're supposed to, and we'll be a proficient offense. So that's good. So let's transition. Let's go to this defense. Dennis Allen is really doing his thing. We've got some ball hawkers right now running around the lakefront, and they're doing their thing. We had 4 takeaways, 3 picks, and a forced fumble. You know, New Orleans was able to to make some things happen. You know, they were able to make some runs here and there, had a couple of good passes, but overall, that defense looked pretty solid. What you think, Pop?
I think that the takeaways are obviously exceptional. And it's because they are playing, as I said last week, with reckless abandon. And these are great athletes, and the takeaways have been impressive. But there's a lot of parts of that defense that isn't impressive at all.
Yeah,
We're getting some sacks, but we're not getting nearly the amount of penetration that I would like to see us get. Every single week we get hit with a pass over 50 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Happened again against New Orleans. At the end of at the end of the period, they hit a 58-yard pass to put them in position to score a touchdown, and that is because of the over aggressiveness of the defense. Like I say, as you play better teams, they are going to use that over aggressiveness against you,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to design plays to get you to bite on a short route, and they're going to go long like they've been doing every week. So I'd like to see them clean that up. And I didn't mention this on the offense, but I'll say it real quick. The pre-snap penalties continues to be a major problem.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we had a lot of penalties, and yeah, that's obviously something that has to be addressed.
It's frustrating, very
Yeah,
frustrating.
it is very because I mean, again, just like with the points that we can't give away, we
Mm-hmm.
can't give away these free yards. We can't get back yards that we've earned. And so yeah, that's a definite slap that we really got to get on. As far as the DJ, what you thinking?
I mean, we're picking the two poison, the best of two poisons. So these guys are playing aggressive, undisciplined, meaning the DBs firing in for interceptions. But then, like as Unc said, we get hit over the top. We got to clean that up. We got to clean that up. We can't allow those plays over the top because that was 14 points. Not six, not 2 field goals. That was 14 points, which can decide a game. So we
Yeah,
definitely got to get discipline in the secondary in order to not succumb to 2 touchdowns that they shouldn't have got.
yeah, yeah. And you know, we finally got a glimpse of Montez Sweat. Wasn't much, but he started the game off early with that strip sack fumble. Man, it's just for me that defensive line is just still not. We're being saved by the secondary.
Mm-hmm.
If it were not for our secondary, that D may put up 50, that D may give up 50 points a game. If it's not for the secondary running around there like crazy people doing their thing, and it so and with that, we can't blitz because that then puts us into pretty much a man type of situation where the secondary ain't saving us on that. We see when we go into a man situation, that's when we're getting burned. And so, what do we have to do to get that defensive line, man, to get back to the monsters of the midway, to be able to get in that backfield and at least make the quarterback look around for a third, fourth option? Because he's just able to look number one, he's out. You know what I mean? So what's happening?
So my question is, where was Grady Jarrett? And my other question is, where was Austin Booker? Because both of those guys, I think, practiced. And I mean, you put somebody like that in the game, that gives us a chance. That gives us more chances to start blitzing and putting some pressure in on that other side. Montez can't do it by himself.
Yeah.
So we definitely need to get somebody else on that outside that can cause that pressure. The linebackers were firing on all cylinders. They looked really good. Yeah. It's just that defensive line, we're just missing maybe like one or two pieces. And if we get those, it'll be a different story.
And I believe that we ran more blitz packages in the game against New Orleans than we probably have run all year. Mm-hmm. I think it was Kyler Gordon who got 2 sacks in a row, or a sack, and then he almost got a second sack, but they called a penalty on him.
There you go,
because
right.
they said he hit the quarterback in the head, which was total BS.
Yeah, that's right.
But we actually did blitz more this past week, but you could afford to do it against the New Orleans Saints.
Right.
You may not be able to afford to do that against the Green Bay Packers or the Detroit Lions.
Dennis has the playbook in his back pocket. Come on now. Everybody knows that.
And so the Bears was actually in the first half was able to hold New Orleans to, I think, 13 yards up until that 91-yard touchdown. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, we're doing some things right. But again, as Pop said, every game we get at least one reception over 50. And they got a 91-yard touchdown. So that's something that we got to work on. So, Pop, give me your takeaway on the defense. What's one thing that we got to do on this defense to be as solidified as an NFL D?
We have to improve our play at the tackles on both sides. Our tackle play is at best average. Many weeks it's below average. I haven't seen it above average yet. So we have to improve our play at the tackle position. And quite frankly, I don't know if we can do that with the personnel we have. Maybe they're just who they are. They're NFL players, but at the tackle position, they're not great. I promise you, they will not go in the Hall of Fame.
What about you, Jay?
Man, we got that secondary, man. I understand they're ball hawking. I understand they're getting turnovers and interceptions. It's the discipline to stay home. You have to keep somebody deep. If you don't keep somebody deep, they're going to go over the top of your head. And that's what's happening. We've seen it 2 weekends in a row. It's got to stop. We can't have it.
Yeah. And so I like that. And I really think, for my takeaway, it's what you guys both touched on. We have to be able to get behind that line. And at least, just rattle the quarterback just a little bit. And I think if we do that, we're going to be all right. But again, whatever they're doing is working. 4 straight, fellas. What y'all think about what's going on the sidelines, coaching-wise this week? We did see, again, Ben pass up some points again on third downs. What y'all thinking about what they're doing on the sideline? How y'all from beginning to now? How are you all liking the progression of basically this whole new coaching staff we got, and what they're doing with these boys?
I would give them a B. They have improved the team. The Chicago Bears are a better team this year than they were last year, and primarily that is, I think, because of coaching.
Coaching, yep.
All of these coaches are finding their way. And I say it every week. I'm sorry to be repetitive, but it's a learning game. They're getting better. They're not perfect yet. I think they make some mistakes. I think some of their schemes are a little out of place at times, but they're better this year than they were last year, and I think we're moving in the right direction.
Yeah.
My,
What you
my
got, Joe?
point is, man, the coaching is doing their job. It's the players' discipline. I just said it in the last conversation we just had. It's being disciplined and not jumping off sides, listening to the snap count, listening to the cadence of the snap count. I mean, listen, you guys go through this all practice long every week 100 times. How are you still jumping off sides? You have to be disciplined. You have to listen. You have to be focused. And another thing, I'm not impressed with the kickoff return team at all. They're running scared. I'm looking at the other teams. These dudes are charging like wild bulls, trying to get to the 30-yard line and the 40-yard line. Our guys, man, if they get to the 20, it's because they tripped and fell. It's I need to see better play out of that. I mean, you want to be on the field? Show me you want to be on the field. Show me you want to be on the field. Lay it on the line.
Yeah. I agree. But I'm liking what I'm seeing from this coaching staff. Ben as a rookie head coach, I think has really come to this team and really put his stamp on it already. Is it some questionable things that he's doing? Yeah, but I think that's a rookie head coach trying to establish himself and give himself some kind of identity in the league, to show that, he can be like that. I think what he's showing is that, hey, I grew up under Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell is my football pops, and I've got my chops from him, and this is who I am. And so I think he's trying to just make his own niche in that. But as far as him getting his team together, I haven't seen the Bears team this tight probably since Lovey. It's been a long time since I've seen a Bears team actually look like they're bought into what's going on. A lot of times you see a Bears team that just they're out there doing what they get paid to do. The coach got a playbook, he's gonna call the plays, and we go run the plays, and that's just it. But right now, in this season, I see a Bears team that's really trying to go out and win games. They're trying to put their mark on games. And I see a totally different team, and I'm really liking it. I've seen a couple things with Eric Bieniemy, sitting on the sidelines, getting into his running back's ears. Randall L is with his wide receivers, especially in the beginning of the game when they're coming out. He's right outside of the tunnel, getting everybody fired up. So I'm liking what I'm seeing. And again, we say it every week. The Bears are trending forward. They are progressing. They are doing things right. And we can say that because, again, this is their fourth straight win. We had 222 rushing yards, which we haven't seen in a while. Moody had 4 for 4 in field goals, which is obviously points that we need and is creating an obvious impact. The defense had 4 takeaways. They really held firm, but when they weren't threatened. You know what I mean? When they weren't really in a pressure situation, they did what they had to do. And sometimes we saw under the pressure that they buckled. Are we there yet? I don't think so. But are we further than where we were? I would say so. So we rolling into this week against the Baltimore Ravens. They'll be short without the QB.
No, Lamar's playing, I heard.
Lamar is playing because I heard earlier today he wasn't.
Man, hey, I need to upgrade my cable then, man.
Hey, hold on. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look because without Lamar, I think we have a great chance. With Lamar, I think we got a good chance, but it makes it a little tough. So I do see that he did return to practice today. Um, let's see if he's going to play here.
And,
So the
and
status against the Bears is still to be determined, but he did practice today. So he hadn't practiced in a little bit. I think in a little over a week he hadn't practiced. So for him to get back on the field today, obviously, I'm sure he wants to get back on. I'm sure in his mind, what better team to get back on than the Bears? But what y'all think? What y'all think we need to do? What do we have to do against the Ravens with Lamar or without Lamar to win this game?
let me regress for 1 second to about the pre-snap penalties. I just want to mention, do you notice the pre-snap penalties? It's the same 2 or 3 guys every time.
Yeah, yeah,
I think that's important. So that, hopefully coaching, if it was everybody doing it, that would be a totally different issue. But the fact that it's the same couple of guys, Cole Kmet, and a couple of other guys who are the pre-snap penalty problems all the time, you got to fix that, man.
yeah,
Secondly, in terms of your question with this week's game, we are playing a 1-5 team. I don't care whether Lamar comes back or not. We should win this game. And if we don't win this game, everybody else has been beating them. Why can't we? If we don't win this game, I think that's one of those situations where the Bears will have taken a step backwards.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, we definitely got to contain Lamar and then contain that offense and their running backs. If we can do that, if we can see some explosiveness out of that defensive line and see a lot of what we saw last week of them getting back there, and I think Kamara only had like maybe 30 or 40 yards, maybe 41 at max. I mean, that dude's a great running back, and we shut him down. So if we can use a little bit of that for this week coming up, this Sunday coming up, we'll be all right.
yeah.
Well,
So
if you noticed, our linebackers were all over the place, man. And I haven't seen that kind of linebacker play since Singletary and Briggs.
yeah,
So certainly moving in the right direction with that. And if we can just get a little penetration and remind Lamar that we might want to hurt him again, he better be careful. We got to put some fright into him, man.
True.
yeah, and that's the thing. We just need the defense to just scare somebody just a little bit. Just a little bit. Make the quarterback second guess himself just a little bit, and I think we'll be all right. So that's a good segue to get to this. Let's get to our picks for the week. This week, Bench Mob, I'm gonna put up a graphic in the group. Make sure you stay tuned. Pops is really whooping us up on these picks. He said a long time ago that he was gonna pick with his head and not his heart, and I think oftentimes my heart gets the best of me because I just man. So we gonna get into some picks because last week was a tough slate of games. And even in some games that we didn't pick on, we had some good games this weekend. So I'm looking forward to another good week. So this week, we're looking at the Vikings, Chargers. We're looking at the Packers and the Steelers, the Cowboys and the Broncos, and then the Bears and the Ravens. So talk to me, Jay. Who you got?
All right, buddy. Here we go. I'm going with the Minnesota Vikings. I'm going with the Steelers to upset the Packers. I'm going with the Broncos. And you know who I'm going with. I'm going with them Chicago Bears, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, Jay, you locked in. Before we get to you, Pop, I do have Marlon's picks here. Marlon is going to go with the Vikings. I'm going to have to talk to my little brother because he did pick the Packers. And then the Cowboys and the Ravens. And he said emphatically that this is his week. So we'll see what happens with that. Pop, who you got?
I'm matching Jay. I'm going with the same teams he went with. I think it's a tough slate of games. A couple of those games could go either way. But yes, I'll go with Jay.
All right, and then me myself, I'm going to take the Vikings. I'm going to take the Steelers. Even though Bo Nix had a great comeback game this past weekend, I'm gonna still go with the Cowboys, and of course, I'm gonna go with Bears. So there you see it. The picks are in; they are in stone now, so nobody can change. So that's what we got coming up for Sunday. And again, we'll have a tally up this week with the score and who's in the lead. And I'll tell y'all what, y'all. I'm not doing good here. I'm not doing good on the fantasy league. Look, bench mob next year. Make sure y'all jump on the fantasy league. We're having a great time in there. Me right now, I'm 1-5. It's just not good. I'm getting beat up. I'm getting beat up by everybody, man. And so hey, yeah, so it's not good, but hey, it's a fun time. We're having a good time doing it, and it's a little money on the line. So we'll see how it works out. So guys, that's really it, man. We are done for the day. Bench mob, I want you all to drop your game balls in the comment. Let us know what you all think about this game this week and what you think about the Bears overall as a team for this season. Make sure you like and subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell so you can see every time we add on something new. Make sure you go and join the Facebook group. We're the Bench Mob podcast. Anywhere you go and look, you can go and find us. And so, fellas, hey, we may not be starters, but we always stay in the game. Bench Mob, we out, man. Let's go. Go Bears.
Go Bears.
Marlon FGB.